I went to New York City for a YouTube Shorts meetup, but on my way home, a tornado got in my way.
All hell broke loose.
Google organized a YouTube Shorts Asian Pacific Heritage Month panel. The goal of this trip was to meet other fellow YouTube creators, link up for the very first time with my YouTube rep, and celebrate my Asian heritage. I've been to the New York YouTube office a couple times before. It's not that bad of a drive, but this time I decided to fly. First time going to the States in over 2 years. In the past, when I would drive to New York City for work, I would drive there in the morning and drive back at night. So that was like 12 hours of driving. This time, since I was traveling all by myself, I decided to fly there in the morning and fly back at night.
So I got through security and customs pretty quickly. I'm very happy about that. And now hopefully the flight's not delayed and I get upgraded with my seats. And it's a short flight, but I'm excited. It's been a long time, real long time since I've been to any sort of YouTube event, so I'm pretty stoked.
Well, I guess people need their coffee. That is a lineup and a half.
So YouTube has several offices in New York City. This was the first time I went to this particular office. From the airport to Manhattan, I ordered an Uber. So for this YouTube Shorts event, it was held in the meatpacking district. It's absolutely beautiful, which is very charming, and there's all kinds of funky, cool restaurants around that you can eat at.
Are people allowed in that building on the left?
Instead of going directly to the YouTube office, I hopped out of the car and I went to the vessel. And let me tell you, this is one funky piece of art. Hopefully one day I'll be able to enjoy the vessel in its full glory.
Looking forward to just strolling a little bit in New York before I head to this meetup at the YouTube office.
From the vessel to the YouTube office, I decided to walk through the High Line Park. I was really happy to stumble upon it by accident. I never even knew this existed. I highly recommend it to all of you.
I made it.
So when I got to the YouTube office, I had a setback.
A few moments later.
So the people at Google said I was too early. They suggested I go for a walk and come back in 40 minutes, which is all good. I'd rather wait outside than be indoors, you know? Enjoy this beautiful day.
To pass the time, I ended up going to the little island at Pier 55 on the Hudson River.
Feeling out of shape.
This YouTube office, just like all their other YouTube offices, is a cool looking place. On a little side note, if you gotta use the YouTube bathrooms, don't worry, it's probably cleaner than your own bathroom at home.
Got some Listerine, Lubriderm, got some aerosol, Q-tips, cups. It's crazy. Got some stuff for the ladies.
Asian Pacific American Heritage Month. This event was super well organized. It had all you can eat food, all you can drink beverages. It had a DJ. We even had a fellow YouTuber playing on the piano. YouTube also gave everyone some free swag. And don't get me wrong, you don't have to be Asian to attend. There was a pro photographer where you could find my pictures on Getty Images. So when the photographer took pictures of me, I felt extremely sexy. It was nice to see them celebrate people from Asian descent, and I felt very honored that they invited me. And it was nice to meet other fellow Asian American creators to see what they're doing in the YouTube short space.
I met a couple of my best friends in the entire world through the Shorts creator community.
I made it. In case you didn't know, YouTube Shorts is doing everything they can to blow up on the platform. If you're creating standard long format content on YouTube and you're not gaining a lot of success, maybe you should start experimenting with YouTube Shorts. I met a lot of YouTube creators at this event. I was really happy about it. Check them out over here. One of the first YouTubers I met going to the event was Elliot Choi. And I gotta say, I'm a little bit embarrassed. I knew who he was, but I couldn't remember his name. We shook hands, and it was a little bit awkward. Next time I go to these YouTube events, I better prepare myself a little bit better. So when I was at the event, a lot of people suggested that I leave a little bit earlier to make sure I get to the airport on time. Halfway through my ride, I'm sitting in my Uber. I got a text that really upset me.
Just found out my flight got canceled, so I gotta find a substitute flight. This is gonna be horrible.
A deadly tornado swept through a Montreal suburb.
My flight's delayed. It looks like I'll only get home tomorrow. Instead of this being a 1-hour trip, it's gonna end up being like a 13-hour trip. We left LaGuardia around 1 a.m.
So my seat got upgraded, and I am on my way to the gate.
I was able to get a flight to Toronto with a connection to Montreal, and I asked them to bump me up to business class.
Oh man, I'm so dang tired. I want to see my kids. Maybe I want to see my wife.
And I ended up landing in Toronto around 2 a.m. For me to get the business class seat, I just had to pay $20 and use some of my Aeroplan points.
Look at that. Normally I wouldn't eat this early in the morning, but I'm just eating so I don't have to wear my mask. I need a break. Been wearing my mask for a long time and it gets tiring. Just want to go home.
Once I was in Toronto, I had to kill about 4 hours till I finally caught my flight to Montreal.
Back in Montreal.
Instead of arriving to Montreal on a Friday at 9:15 p.m., I only arrived in Montreal around 8 a.m.
Finally. Oh, God. Oh, man, what a voyage.
All in all, I really enjoyed this YouTube event. If you ever have a chance to attend one, make sure you register for it. And if you haven't already, subscribe to this channel and give it a like. It won't cost you anything. And make sure you stick around for my future video where I will attend the very first TikTok meetup over here in Canada.